Hello everyone, the topic is about plant tissues. So in plants there are four types of tissues. Actually plant is a multicellular organism, and this plant have different types of cells to perform different types of functions. Generally in unicellular organisms the single cell only perform all the functions, but in plants which are multicellular like us, it is not possible for the single cell to perform all the functions. That is why, so there are mainly four major tissues present in plant tissues. One is the meristematic tissue. Second one is the dermal tissue. Meristematic tissue, dermal tissue. Third one is the ground tissue. And fourth one is the vascular tissue. So we will discuss each and every tissue. Before discussing about every tissue, we will mention here the flow chart. So plant tissues, meristematic tissue. This is three types depending upon the function and location: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Apical, lateral, intercalary. Next one, dermal tissue. So this dermal tissue consists of stomata, epidermis, epidermal root hair, epidermal hairs or root hairs. Next, third one, ground tissue. This ground tissue consists of three types of cells, three types of tissues. One is the parenchyma, collenchyma, and third one is the sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Depending upon the function, the parenchyma is again divided into three types. One is the chlorenchyma, aerenchyma, and third one is the storage tissue, and fourth one, vascular tissue. This vascular tissue consists of two types of tissues. One is the xylem, another one is the phloem. Okay, so this is the complete picture of different types of plant tissues. Okay, meristematic tissue consists of these three, and dermal tissue, ground tissue, vascular tissue. Okay, so the first tissue is meristematic tissue. So the meristematic tissue, this is called apical meristematic tissue, this is called lateral meristematic tissue, and this is the intercalary meristematic tissue. Okay, this is the apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem, and all these are the cells. So there are numerous cells in meristematic tissue, numerous cells. So without any intracellular spaces, there are lot of cells which are compactly arranged. So what about the cells is, The cells in meristematic tissue. Generally, what is meristematic tissue? The tissue that helps in to repair the plant body. To repair the plant body. And depending upon the location and function, it is of three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Generally, what is apical meristem is the tissue that helps the plant to increase in lengthwise. The tissue that helps the plant to increase in lengthwise. And lateral meristem is also called cambium tissue. Lateral meristem is also called cambium tissue. This tissue helps the plant to develop from the girth of stem. Girth of stem means from center of the stem. To increase in size, lateral meristematic tissue helps the plant to increase from the center of the stem. Next one, intercalary. Intercalary meristem. The tissue that is present where stalk of a flower arise, or a new branch arise, or a stalk of leaf arise. Okay, that tissue is called intercalary tissue. Stalk of leaf or flower or any branch, okay, a new branch, it is called intercalary meristem. And what about the cells in meristematic tissue? Are cells are small. Cells are small and have thin walls. And have thin cell walls. Next, they have abundant cytoplasm because number of cells are more. That is why cytoplasm is more. With prominent nucleus, means each and every cell contains nucleus, which is very, very small. So with prominent nucleus. And these are continuously dividing cells. These are continuously dividing cells. Why? Because where the length has to increase, so definitely there will be increasing the number of cells. So the cells has to divide. Here the cells has to divide. Here the cells has to divide. So these are continuously dividing cells. Next one, these cells does not have intercellular spaces. So intercellular spaces are absent as the cells are compactly arranged. Cells are compactly means tightly, closely arranged, so that there are no intercellular spaces. Next tissue. Dermal tissue. To observe dermal tissue, so firstly, what is dermal tissue? The tissue that forms outgrowths of the plant body and gives protection. The tissue that forms outgrowths of plant body and gives protection is called dermal tissue. And this dermal tissue is mainly consists of epidermis, and this epidermis area consists of stomata and epidermal hair. Epidermal hair. Right. See, when we take a rio leaf and tear it in a single stroke, we will get on both sides a light peel. Take that light peel and put it on slide and observe under microscope. We see this type of structures. Like this. Like this. So these are chloroplasts. As stomata are present in leaf, so green in color, they contain chloroplast. So this is the epidermal hair, and this is the chloroplast, and whatever the wall is there, this is very thick. This is called thick wall, thick inner wall. Next, so whatever the opening is there, this is called stomata. This stomata is surrounded by two kidney shaped cells. These two kidney shaped cells are called guard cells, GUARD. These guard cells protect the stomata, and the stomata helps in gaseous exchange. Plants take carbon dioxide and release oxygen during photosynthesis, and plants take oxygen and release carbon dioxide in respiration is through stomata. And God cells are the kidney shaped cells. In between the kidney shaped cells called God cells, stomata is present. And also the excess water is released from the plant body through stomata, which is what we call it as transpiration. So evaporation in plants is called transpiration. What are the other functions of dermal tissue is it protects the plant body from diseases, means attack of other organisms. So to protect from invasions, it is protected by plant is protected by dermal tissue. And also in plants like neem, acacia, due to hot climatic conditions and because of weather changes, the water inside the plant body oozes out as a sticky substance, what we call it as gums. These gums are highly economically valuable and they are used as adhesive agent or binding agents. Adhesive or binding agents. Okay, so this is the stomatal complex. This is called as stomatal complex. Okay, so this is about the dermal tissue, and we will discuss about another topic in the next class.